My name is Sergeant David Rose. I'm with the Houston Police Department's Vehicular Crimes Division. We are out investigating a fatal crash on Highway 90 outbound between Hillcroft and Fondren. This crash happened after 9 o'clock this evening. What we know happened is there was a white BMW sedan traveling at a high rate of speed, according to witnesses. The vehicle was traveling over 100 miles per hour. We haven't been able to verify that at this time, but based on the damage from the vehicle, I believe that potentially is in the ballpark of the speed. We know the vehicle was in the number 1 lane. According to witnesses, they were going in and out of traffic, cutting around cars at a high rate of speed. And they went from the number 1 lane, and it looks like they tried to take this exit 3 or 4 lanes over to exit at Hillcroft. And they lost control and crashed into the sign here. Unfortunately, the force of the impact cut the car into 2 pieces. Driver died on impact, and the passenger was transported to a local hospital, but unfortunately, the passenger also passed away. At this time, we don't have a firm identity on either of the people involved in the crash. There are catastrophic injuries to the driver, and so I can't even tell you a race. I do know he's a male, an adult male. I will say that the passenger is also an adult white male. Once again, I cannot confirm an ID. The medical examiner is going to have to make the identification to the next of kin on this. So if you believe that you know the people involved, please contact the Harris County Medical Examiner's office, and they'll be able to get in touch. This crash is very preventable. We know they didn't hit a wall, they didn't hit another vehicle. They were just traveling at a very high rate of speed, and had they been driving anywhere close to the speed limit, the injuries on this crash, I'm confident in this type of vehicle, would have not been fatal.
Were there any signs of alcohol in the cans as well?
There's no signs of alcohol that I can see. There's no odor of alcohol coming from the vehicle, but ultimately that's going to be something that's going to be in the autopsy. There's no overt signs of that at this time. The number 1 factor in this crash is speed.
So no other passengers or other vehicles involved?
Just the driver and the passenger, and unfortunately they both died from injuries related to the crash.
You know, Sunday night, right at the end of rodeo, and it's a straight shot to the rodeo. Is it possible that they were coming from there?
It's possible. Ultimately, I don't know where they were coming from. I do know they were traveling outbound, so it's possible. But I can't really. I don't want to make a speculation. Ultimately, it's the vehicle. So if you know that your loved ones were driving a white BMW and they were in the city of Houston, potentially leaving the city of Houston or heading out this way, outbound on 90, then I would contact the medical examiner's office, and they'll be able to confirm when they make an identification on both of the bodies.
And do you know how long the roadway is going to be closed for, Sergeant?
We were waiting on the medical examiner to arrive. Once they arrive, the driver has to be extricated. They have to cut the car more for us to get him out of the vehicle. So probably in the next hour and a half, this will be clear. Because the damage to the vehicle, it's cut in half. So it's going to potentially take whatever wrecker arrives to take the car a substantial amount of time to clear this, but I'm hoping that we'll be out of here in the next 2 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yeah.